We got the Big Ten championship game. You got Michigan, who's on top of the world after beating Ohio State for the third straight year in a row. And then you got Iowa. And you know what you get out of Iowa? They got fantastic defense, but they don't give a damn about offense, Sam. And Michigan is a large favorite in this game. They're a 3-touchdown favorite heading into this matchup. You're going to have Coach Harbaugh back on the sideline. Of course, this team is going to be super amped up, super juiced up. But tell us something about this Iowa team that possibly people are overlooking and why maybe this could be a game that could be a lot closer than what people expect it to be.
Probably the rushing attack. LaShawn Williams and Caleb Johnson. I would say they're tight ends, but they're banged up.
And it's like what Iowa's like. You know their defense is going to be good enough. I have seen Iowa be able to take teams to the brink at times, but it's just with their offense being so garbage, it's like your defense is pretty much your best offense at times. And if Iowa's going to be able to pull off this upset, they got to find a way to make this a one-dimensional Michigan team. One thing that Michigan does a really good job at, better than any other team in the country, is being able to play complementary football. And the reason why I picked Ohio State to pull off the upset against Michigan last week was because I thought that if Ohio State could do a good job at limiting the run game and they force it to be a game where J.J. McCarthy has to beat them with his arm, I didn't know if they were going to be able to pull off the win, but they were able to play a complimentary game. J.J. McCarthy had a really nice showing. But Iowa's defense, do you expect them to be able to show up in this game, or do you just think that this is going to be a bludgeoning from the opening kickoff?
They'll show up, but it won't matter. I mean, Michigan is the best team they've played all season long. They're much better than Penn State, and Penn State killed this team. They were on the field for 45 minutes. I know Iowa was injured and banged up then, so they're more accustomed to their current roster now. But I can't see them moving Michigan up and down the field. I can't do it. And with Cooper DeJean being out, I think J.J. McCarthy will even be able to throw on them, not just the offense being able to run the ball. I think this would be a pretty severe blowout. But at the same time, I could see Michigan resting a lot of their starters, and maybe they don't cover the spread, or it's not as big of a win as I think it will be. But Michigan will win here. I'm pretty confident in that. This is probably the worst. Yeah, this is the worst matchup of championship game participants in the Power Five. Easily.
So it seems like you're going with Michigan to get the win. I'm going with Michigan to get the win also. Like Iowa fans, I tried. I tried to give you a little bit of attention. I tried to find a way for you guys to pull this win out. But it's really difficult to beat a team like Michigan and you have zero offense. And the only way Iowa has a shot at winning this game is if their defense has one of those performances where they force 4-5 turnovers. They're able to get their offense into favorable field position. They can find a way to get a couple of touchdowns on the board. But outside of that, when you have a non-existent offense, and I've seen some really bad offenses, trust me, I'm a Steelers fan. I know a lot about bad offenses. But I mean, holy cow, Sam, it's just, does Iowa even give a fuck about offense? Honestly, because it seems like they don't.
They do just enough to where Brian Ferentz isn't returning next season, but that's not saying much. I mean, let's just look at their quarterback play statistics. I mean, Deacon Hill has 5 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He has only 976 passing yards. He's completing 48% of his passes, and he has a 22.4 quarterback efficiency rating. I mean, it's pathetic. He is pathetic. Their offense is pathetic. Michigan will win, and if Michigan doesn't cover the spread, Michigan fans better hope it's because we took all of our starters out after halftime.